every single thing that she had.
Really?
She had a little red wagon. I walked in this building. It's called Grandma Harriet. There was Grandma's red wagon, her bread box, every single thing that I wanted. I had found here in Gary, West Virginia. Every single thing that she had.
So what do you think when she says, "I'm coming"?
Well,
an African American woman coming to help you. What did you think?
Well, I knew that she was what we needed here because we had never worked any with the little girls. We worked with boys.
Okay.
But I knew that, and the first thing I told her, I said, let's form a praise dance team and get the kids involved.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's very cool. So most of those are brothers and sisters, and they come together? Like the boys that you were working with, their sisters are now?
No.
Oh, no. So totally different kids?
One of your questions is, what about my name of my ministry? I have two ministries. I have a nursing home ministry, and I have a Sunlight ministry. And Sunlight ministry is my children. Those are my children. I have 30 kids in my Sunlight ministry. And when I first got here, and Jack can tell you, these kids are hard to handle because they have no discipline. They have, you know, everybody's friend here. Nobody's trying to be a parent, which they don't have parents. You got aunts and uncles and grandparents and stuff raising these children. But my ministry has been 5 years strong. These kids they have their own businesses and everything now. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you planted the seed that they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do. But you have to give them something that they can call their own. Because if you don't, they think they're just thrown around. And to be perfectly honest, and I know I shouldn't say it, but my children are taught to be little con artists. They are. They are taught how to, every fresh piece of blood that comes in here, they are taught by their parents, or whatever. You get whatever you can get out of them. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way they are. So I had to break that out of them.
Wow.
And let them know that you are somebody and you can do whatever you want to as long as you put your mind to it. You know, I have no discipline problems. I take 19, 20 of them to the movies, out to dinner, all that kind of stuff. They work hard and they get rewarded for the things they do, but they don't get rewarded when they do things that they shouldn't do.
But you're teaching them how to do life.
Yes.
How to do life.
And put God first, you know. Jack has always said, forgive. If you can't forgive him, say, I forgive him in Jesus' name. Yeah. That's what he tells them. He said, if you ain't ready to do it yourself, say, I forgive him in Jesus' name.
And then move on.
And we used to have a thing that was called Hang It on the Cross. And I found this old rickety cross out here. And every time they had a problem, they would write it and hang it on the cross. And things would stay up there, and sooner or later, they'd be able to get it off of the cross, you know. But that was, you know, it might not be important to an adult, but to a child, they're thinking, well, here's something I can put what I feel up on this cross, and I'm going to let it stay there until God works it out for me. Yeah, just an old raggedy cross that I found in this building.
That's good stuff. All right. So you've told us tell me about this ministry and what you guys do day to day for these kids. So I know yours is coming. So tell me what you started and then tell me how you added to it.
Well, Jack started everything.
I know. But when you came here, you bought this building for what purpose?
I had, when I bought this building, which was in '05, I had an idea then that I didn't know that people would come and do mission work within domestic mission work. And so it was kind of an eye-opener to me, and that's why I bought this building, because I bought an old hotel in a little town called Yeager, West Virginia, but we could only sleep in the 40s there, and here we can sleep 200. We have 200 beds here, and 5 or 6 kitchens. And so, and a lot of times, you know, we have teams that are pretty good sized teams. And that's why I bought this building, though. I bought this building to house mission teams there.
And how much was this building when you bought it? I know you've done improvements and all that, but how much was the building?
I'd rather not say.
He's not going to say.
Because this building didn't belong to the McDowell County Board of Education. There was a clause in the deed that said that if the building ever ceased to be a school, that it would go back to the original owner, which was the Pocahontas Land Company.
Oh, wow.
So, but it was very cheap. They didn't give it to us.
Yeah.
But it's.
But they knew what you were doing with it, and they blessed it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So so what do you guys provide for these kids? What does a day look like with these kids, or an afternoon, or however you guys do it?
Well, I feel that we provide and allow them to see how that they can do anything that they want to do. Mm-hmm. That even though they're in an area where there's not too many opportunities, we teach them how to overcome that.
And what's the average income in the county?
10,000.
10,000, yeah. 10,000, 20,000. But like I said, there's no, like Jack said, all of the people we deal with are on some kind of government assistance. We don't have any, the workforce is very minimal here.
Right.
You know, so all the kids.
Well, what are the jobs other than coal?
Well, you got McDonald's, Wendy's.
So fast food and coal.
And that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else here.
I mean,
no other
like the DHHR,
right.
and social workers and things like that.
Yeah,
but there's no industry.
No manufacturing.
No manufacturing, no industry whatsoever. No whatsoever.
And I've had it on the inside of me that, you know, when I was 31 years old, I owned my own factory. I owned a mattress factory. We made mattresses because I had learned how to do it in my working for the Serta Mattress Company, and things like that could be done here. We just don't have the money to do it. But those kinds of jobs, and a lot of things, you know, you can make things. One time there was a guy, he was from Sweden, he was an engineer, and he was sitting right down there, and he jumped up and he said, my, the opportunities I see. I said, well, what are you seeing?
Yeah.
He said, well, I see wood. He said, we can make furniture. He said, I see a stream. He said, we can raise trout. He said, you know, beef sells for $3 a pound and trout sells for $7. And he said, I see a railroad track. He said, that's transportation to the world. And that's how that we have to think, and that's how that we have to teach these children to think. And we try to do that. We try we have a woodworking shop here. We have a screen printing shop. We raise trout in the stream until the flood wiped us out, but we have all the cages out there, and we'll raise them again. But we had a large trout out there. But that's what we try to teach those children, is how that they can take what they have and make something out of it.
Very cool. So how often are they here, Marjane?
Well, we have them mostly every Saturday.
Okay.
We have them mostly every Saturday.
Yeah.
And during the summer, we have them every single day.
Okay, do they stay here?
No.
During the summer, any of them?
No. Well, on Thursday, it feels like they're here because they're here for me from 8 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. But no, the children are in school. They do attend school, and this is the most poorest education system I've ever seen in my life. So every day that they are in school, I encourage them to be in school.
Right.
You know, and they just had a major teacher strike here.
I remember.
They were out for 9 days, you know, whatever. And we give
Which
away.
they pulled in other government people too, didn't they?
Yeah. And
trying to get more funds.
Whatever, but the kids here are very poorly. We give away a $4,000 cash scholarship to a deserving senior that has been accepted in school every year. And we also give away a car and everything. But one of the criteria for being eligible for the scholarship is you have to write an essay telling why you deserve the scholarship. John, honest to God, the first one I got, and this is a senior that's getting ready to graduate, I could not read it. I could not read it. Everything was like this, straight down the page. No punctuation, no indentation, no nothing. This is a person that's getting ready to graduate from high school, a senior. And I said, okay, maybe this is wrong. Every last one that I picked up was the exact
So it was one
same.
long sentence.
One just straight down the page, no nothing. And so the education system here is very weak, very, very weak.
Because they can't get teachers.
Most of my children that I have in Sunlight Ministry, even those that have graduated, they're lucky if they read on the 7th grade level.
Oh my goodness.
They're really lucky that they read on the 7th grade level.
So when they come here, you guys are teaching them manners.
Manners,
you're
respect
teaching them
themselves,
respect. You're teaching
how to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, how to eat.
But also, we teach them, and I think of Cody. I had one little guy here with me. I guess he was here for probably 7 years. But teach them about motivation,
right?
About overcoming. Teach them about God. You know, and how that God can on a daily basis, how that God can elevate them. You know, God's gonna move you.
Yeah,
God will move you if you'll listen and be movable.
Right.
You know.
And it took me to 50 to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
I was a good guy. I wasn't what I was supposed to be until I was 50 years old.
Yeah.
And it makes me mad because I could have done it years ago. But I had a guy who told me, he said, your heart wasn't right. When God was talking to you the first time, you didn't listen. Your heart wasn't there yet. And he said, when you finally did, you knew you can do it. You can do anything you want to do.
You know, and children don't realize, you know, a lot of things. And we have a Bible verse that we repeat every Thursday when we're together. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. And one day, let me tell you how we ended up doing it. I was downstairs, we have a church, and the kids were getting ready for the Thursday night performance. And they were making so much noise, and they were carrying on. And I came up there, I said, okay, from now on, before we do anything, we're going to repeat this Bible verse. And they said, well, why are we saying? I said, repeat it until you understand it. And they said, let the words come out. That means everything I say. I said, yeah, that means everything I say. I said, wait, what? Yeah, and the meditation of my heart. He said, what does that mean? I said, even if you're thinking about it, ask him to forgive you for it.
That's right.
Be acceptable. And from that point on, every Thursday night, they would stand up. Are we going to say our Bible verse? You right, you go. And I'd make the audience say it too. So if you saying something bad about these children, you take it up with God. You know. So I cover the children, the audience, and everybody else.
That's awesome. All right. So we talked about what they look like. Tell me what you dread about what you do. I'll let you go first because you're laughing. Because it can't be, it can't be good every single minute. I'm
a very upbeat person. Let me tell you, and it takes a whole lot to bring me down. Right. I mean, a whole lot. I mean, you got to drop some tons of bricks on me to bring me down. But I think it's down in one of your further questions right here. The culture, the difference between the culture you left and the one that you came into. When I got here, I did not understand at all, and God had to sit me down and talk to me. I'm not getting this. I don't understand how
looking behind you, where's the hidden
I do not understand this. Why do people sleep all day and do nothing all day and all that kind of stuff? When I came from a place where I was at work at 6 o'clock in the morning and all this stuff, and no desire, no drive to do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So God had to talk to me and say, wait a minute here. You came here. They didn't come to you. You put yourself here. So if any adjustments have to be made, you're the one that's going to have to make the adjustment until you understand exactly what's going on. And we have a tendency to judge other people by the way that we are. We can't judge people that way. We have got to figure out in our mind. Dread, I can't say there are things that I don't look forward to. There's nothing. When you dread something, you truly don't want to do it. I don't think there's anything here that I've ever dread. There's some things I don't look forward to, but I get through them. Yeah. I get through them. You know, I have a Sunday school mission. The nursing home. Now, the nursing home are another people in this area that are forgotten. Really? They're totally forgotten. And so I teach Sunday school. I do everybody's birthday. I do all kinds of things. So you go to the nursing home and teach? I teach Sunday school every Sunday. And the change that came over those people when everybody makes a mistake of going into a nursing home like this. Oh, you poor, pitiful people. They already know where they are. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
See, that's the way you have to look at it. I have a Sunday school, there are no bedroom shoes, no hospital gowns.
Absolutely.
None of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
If God is good to you, you better start looking like God is
That's
good
right.
to you.
Get up and get
You know,
ready.
get up and get ready. If this leg hurt, let's talk about the leg that don't hurt. See, this is, these are the things we do. And
It's a
I
whole
think,
culture
it's
change.
a whole culture. And they live in a world which they feel that nobody cares about them. I have a wonderful Sunday school. I have 30 to 40 members every Sunday. And like I said, we do birthdays, we do anniversaries, we do weddings. I've been in 2 weddings. I think I'm engaged to like 5 men over there. I think 1, 2, 3.
There's nothing wrong with
That's
that.
right. I engaged to like 5 of them and everything, just to give them a card or something to remember their birthdays. You don't know what joy it brings to them. Sunday school lessons, 100% participation. I don't do all the talking. They do all the talking. They do all the talking. And the same thing with the kids. I listen to the children, but they listen to me as well.
Yeah.
You know, so those are the things that I look forward to. I look forward to going to Sunday school on Sunday. I look forward to having the children and taking them places. You know, every year at the end of the year, after we've done the ice cream and our gift shop and the nail shop and all that stuff, all the money that we raise goes 100% on the children. That we buy their school clothes, we buy book bags and make sure they have everything. They need fees, school fees and stuff that have to be paid. Then they get fund money to take and do whatever they want to do. Plus we go out on an outing.
So I will tell you that you'll never buy another book bag. I have those covered.
Oh, good.
And they have school supplies in them. They have other stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that came out of yesterday. That you'll never have to do a book bag again.
Good.
Because they're expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we have other churches that donate us book bags and
Yeah.
school supplies and all that kind of stuff too. But the kids, they just go through stuff so quickly. You know, I go through 3 sets of book bags during the school year for these children.
Well,
That's
you'll
how
always
good
have
it is.
stock.
Oh, good.
It's coming.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I want to do here today. So what is there anything you dread or kind of don't look forward to about what you're doing?
I think, I don't know that I dread anything, but I don't like to deal with people where there's such a lack of desire and motivation.
It's hard.
And I imagine that comes from just the lack of hope, you know. But I really don't dread anything about it. I enjoy doing what I'm doing.
Absolutely. And my 100% goal would be to do what we did yesterday